Yo, you're watching Island Hoppers TV. This is Charles from Rootz Underground. Bless.
Welcome to the land of wood and water. It's the home of reggae music.
It's sweet, sweet Jamaica, an adventure of surf, music, and the island's natural beauty.
And on today's edition, we have Rootz Underground live and the healing powers of Jamaica's mineral bath on today's Island Hoppers.
I love Jamaica. Yeah, you really can feel the energy here. It's as soon as I stepped off the plane.
Well, you know, Jamaica for me has always been a special place. Been coming here, I think I first came here, it was in 1982 or 1984 for Sunsplash. That year was called Mud Splash, and you know, it's always been a draw to the music, and I've always loved the music from I first heard it when I was a little kid, and I've been coming here ever since. Then I got into surfing, and it was just like surfing and reggae. It was like, what more could I ask for? I was in heaven here.
Well, when we first got here the first day, as we were going to pick up the board racks, we drove by a building that was under construction, and there was goats all over it, on the top, on the bottom, on the steps. It looked just like a picture, so we stopped and got a shot of that, and that was really cool.
Our trip started basically when we went to Mr. Miller's in Hector's River, which is in the first part of Portland on the north side of Jamaica.
So I see you one of them days there, Mr. Mill.
Picked up the surf racks, put the boards on top.
One of the first stops we made was at Hennessy Bay, and there's a little seat inside the cliff. You can actually sit on the top of the mountain and look out, and it's like a king's chair in the side of the cliff. It was just awesome.
Checking the waves at Long Bay. One of the more popular spots here is always a little wave here. It's super exposed. It's exposed to the north, then to the east, and to the south, so it's one of the more consistent spots.
So much more to contend with. There's the urchins and rock and reef. It's definitely got to pay attention. So impressed with Jason and Charlie surfing. They were working the wave, getting speed down the line, hitting the lip, and you know, just really kind of made me want to surf better. And everybody's catching waves. It was a great session.
We're in Boston Beach, and we're heading out to the point. Just kind of checking out the scenery. Got a good point out there, great view of the ocean, and just kind of working our way through the island. All right, right here we have King Neptune's chair. And over here to the other side, this is where mermaids come in and swim up to it. Look, there's a mermaid now!
Walking along the bay out to like a little lookout point, there's actually like a concrete jumping diving board. This is where you have to really be brave, you know? I was looking down, it's scary because you don't know what's under there. So you can see the water, but you don't really know how shallow it is. And then the sign says, you know, jump at your own risk. And we just both jumped off, and that was really cool. Swimming, you can open your eyes and see everything underwater. It was just incredible. Up next on Island Hoppers, we're gonna check out some of Jamaica's food.
And of course, some of the tasty waves. Stay tuned to Island Hoppers next.
Oh, this great stone has got to move. This great stone has got to move. Mother, that great stone, stone of Babylon. Mother, that great stone has got to be.
Boston's is probably one of my favorite spots just because how blue the water is in the bay. You can kind of see both sides of the cliff there. And so we decided we're gonna go out for a session and we tried to catch some waves. We caught a couple waves and we had some lunch right there. Boston's also, the food was really good.
We're at the Jerk Center, Little David. It's a surfer too. This is inside the world famous Boston Beach where jerk was invented. The whole world come to know it now.
Yes, man, I'm nearly could hear with name on the sign.
Breadfruit, jerk chicken, it just doesn't get better than this.
I'll be walking on the opposite track from you. I guess I make you look bad, and you cannot deal with that. You can always tell me what to do. I am crazy, but I don't wanna hear that shit from you.
There's a spot I really love. It's still pretty overgrown. It's a little dip and a curve in a little valley of a hill. It has a river and there's a little bridge. It's called See Me No More. Basically because you go around the turn, you can't see me anymore.
Well, after a really long, full day, it was our first day, we decided to go into Kingston, into town, and go to the Village Cafe. And there were some amazing bands there. And I truly love live reggae music, but to be in Jamaica and actually hear it and be part of it, especially Lanso emceeing the event, kind of made us feel a little even more at home.
But right now, the revolution is continuing from an underground perspective with conscious lyrics and energetic performances. They currently have the #1 song on MTV Tempo with Victims of the System. Let's hear it for the Rootz Underground!
Machine.
we played most of the big shows in Jamaica so far. Sunsplash. We played, like Garnet Silk Earth Day shows, many Bob Marley tributes over the years. Jazz Festival, main stage, small stage for the last 4 years maybe. We realized from the response of the people, when we're done, like there was people like on the buildings of surrounding, like applauding from like 10 stories up. And that's when I looked at the band and I was like, yeah, wait, we're gonna be all right. The kids can go to school. The kids can go to school.
The vibe was cool, it was packed. The place was packed. It was definitely happening. Nice little outdoor kind of bar scene. It was just a really, really neat experience, like to hear live music in Jamaica, in Kingston, and just it was amazing.
We'll be right back on Island Hoppers.
Reach Falls was amazing. We got up there, being Labor Day was a holiday, so all the locals were in such good spirits, cooking, playing games, doing all kinds of stuff. We make it in, and as soon as we see the falls, it's just breathtaking. It's such a long, tall wall of water. Lancel gets under the cave, and I didn't know how deep it was. It looked like he was pinned underwater. I was a little nervous at first, but when I saw his face come out all smiling, I knew that it was okay. He tried to get me in. At first I didn't want to go, but after a while I got under the water and I realized it was shallow and you could just duck under. And we were in the cave laughing and having a good time with some of the locals. And it's incredible bamboo. Unbelievable.
Yeah, really nice.
All right, yes, man. Okay.
Here you go.
One love.
oh, thank you. That's a big one. It's cool. No, I'm gonna drink it.
We're right outside of Reach Falls in Portland, Jamaica on the northeast coast, and we made a little pit stop here on the side of the road and got some water jelly, some food, and we're gonna have Naya, who's the boss around here, Choppa Chop. He's gonna tell us what we got here. Tell us what show us what we got here.
We had
Naya.
Wild corn. We had the shrimp soup, the crayfish.
Naya, get pan jelly running.
Yes. We had the crab, the Jamaican crab.
You just put the sauce in the chicken, or do you do something to the chicken so it soaks up the sauces?
No, we just put season it and just rub it on.
We journeyed over to Bath because it was kind of on our way back to the area we were staying in, St. Thomas. It's a stream that goes through, but on one side of the stream there's a natural spot of hot water that comes out of the earth at 130 degrees. It's amazing. And it's just on the border of being too hot. What kind of ailments they can cure?
Good for skin rash, eczema, liver spot, sunburn, sinus, asthma, pain, swellings, poor blood circulation, all purpose.
Yeah.
It is good.
First thing you do is you go and get in the hot water. They kind of soak you down. You lay down and they put water all over you, kind of stretch you out, loosen you up, and kind of get the blood really flowing.
Hot water is being poured all over me, and it was hot. It wasn't warm, it was burning hot.
Get the healing bath, you know. Discovered from 1609 by a runaway slave named Jacob Sebastian. So just come check out Bath Fountain.
I really felt dizzy, you know, not dizzy in a bad way, but a little bit of overwhelmed. And you know, it was kind of spiritual in a sense as well, because there's so many people around and all this water's rushing over you, and you're in this majestic place looking up the cliff and just green everywhere. So you know, I was overwhelmed, but at the same time I was humbled in a sense, because you know, I really had no say of what was going on. So I'm going with the flow and everything else, and it was just I was just kind of taken back and really, you know, put in the moment. I'm actually a little dizzy. It's so hot, and it's really, you can feel everything coming out. We continued up, we went to the ranch, which is just an epic spot. The clear river runs into the ocean. There's a really nice surf break there. Couple little cabinas and a bar. We actually met with the bartender, and that was cool talking with him.
You have a river and the sea and the whole heap of trees, a lot of trees, like a mountain over there, like, you understand me? So people come in and look, you know, it's beautiful.
And one of the things he said was the best thing about that place was the food. So we're gonna have to go back and taste that.
When you put down your guns, yeah, you pick up the herb. You got a lot of time, but there's so plenty to learn. You wanna come and help it out, be nothing so and then I think about the things that I can't control. You wanna come and help it out, be nothing so and then I think about the things that I can't control.
Hey, we'll be right back. Stay tuned to Island Hoppers.
Leave out of my space, I say. Oh girl, oh girl, oh girl.
So tell us some of the good sessions you've had here, Junior. I know you caught some good waves here.
Yeah, I caught some real good barrels here, some real good, I can tell you. When it's off the hook, it's very nice, smooth, clean, take you all the way back down.
Some long rides.
Yeah, I think, you know, about 4 or 5 trains ride. Yes.
That's their philosophy. Use and abuse them, not even an apology. Won't be a victim of their silly games.
It's been super amazing to be here and just kind of experience the culture and the vibe, you know? The vibe is incredible. You read about it and you hear about it, but you don't feel it until you're here, and it is amazing. So I'm happy to be here.
You know, it's a great place. It's probably the next closest thing to heaven with staying on earth.
Pictures don't do this place enough justice. You really have to be here to experience it. And you know, a couple of us have said as soon as you walk off the plane, you can feel the energy. And it's just being able to see all the green mountains and the lush vegetation and the water super clear. It's a majestical place, and I'd love to be able to come back here, and I will come back here again.
We hope you enjoyed the many powers of Jamaica.
Special thanks to Yes I Beer and Junior.
Yes, I'm a brethren. You don't know. Everything bless.
Bless.
Yes, Island Hoppers, well, you don't know this is Cesar on your screen, see? And I want to tell you this. Well, in the game of life, let me tell you what the case is. Some people got bad hands, some people got aces, some people got diamonds, and some people got spades. Still the world keeps moving on. You got the kings and queens and jacks of all trades, and the rest make up the numbers trying to get paid. They're working as a pair or as a group cooperating, and some just doing wrong. But you got to keep on trying and keep doing your best with the hand that you get. And don't give up that fight. No, 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 you can't stop, you can't weep, can't keep on crying. Just keep doing your best. You know life is a test and it's gonna be alright. Yeah. Respect.